When was the last time I uploaded? Oh, it's only been 7 months. Okay, let's make a video. Hi, I'm Super Sobos. As you can probably tell by the shirt, I'm a massive One Piece fan, a massive anime fan in general, and I'm here to tell you why it absolutely sucks to be an anime fan. So when you first think of anime and anime fans, you probably think of some loser nerd who has a body pillow, goons to hentai, and like loves his waifus. And that's the case for some of us, like me, but however, a majority of anime fans just aren't like this, but I still feel the need to hold back the fact that I like anime when I first meet someone. I like to, get to know them first, and they get to know me before I drop the fact that I'm an anime fan. And it's so hard to say, I don't know how many takes it's taken for me to say that properly. So I'll hold back the fact that I'm an anime fan when I first meet someone. I take a bit of time before I actually tell them, because if I was to drop it that I like anime straight out the gate, they'll probably think, yeah, I've heard that's quite strange. And honestly, I don't blame them, because the stuff that's in anime is bloody weird. I've just realised my fan makes noise. I'm not redoing any of that, and I'm not turning off my fan. It's 32 degrees. I'll put it down to a lower setting. There we go. Let's test how that is. This is coming from someone who has watched anime for a good solid couple of years. So I've become a bit desensitized to all the weird stuff. That's horrid to say, but even then, there's still some things that I just can't get over. The sexualization of minors, just saying that. The sexualization of women. Can we not just have cool female characters and they don't have massive titties? Don't get me wrong, I love titties. Don't get me wrong, I love titties. But I don't like cartoon titties. They're not real. Not only does the weird stuff make it difficult for me to tell people that I'm an anime fan, but it also makes it difficult for me to recommend other people anime. I have recommended my friends anime on numerous different occasions, and none of them have ever watched it. I have 0 friends who watch anime. I have 0 friends in general, probably because I watch anime. But it's genuinely heartbreaking to me that so many people will refuse to watch anime simply because of the weird shit. They are barricading themselves from some incredible stories, and honestly, I can kind of understand why. And that's coming from someone who has broken through that barricade and decided to watch those animes. For example, One Piece, probably the most popular anime of all time, and it's got some weird shit. What the fuck is Foxy? What the fuck are Nami boobies? And also, ReZero, one of the most revolutionary isekais of all time. Don't get me started on isekais, I hate them. But one of the most revolutionary isekais of all time. Why is there a lolly? ReZero creator, why is there a lolly in this anime? Why couldn't you make her, look and act any older? There was no reason. And if she was gonna be a child, why not just make her child age? This is no longer a video about me being an anime fan. This is a video about me critiquing anime. Fuck it, we're changing it up. Why is there so much weird stuff in anime? Just let me recommend it. Let me have something in. I say that all incredible stories have a barricade of weirdness to them, but there are some exceptions. To Your Eternity, an incredible story, made me cry multiple times, and that's hard to do because I rarely cry because I'm a manly man. And you got Vinland Saga, which is probably my most favorite anime of all time. I based my whole belief system at one point on Vinland Saga and Thorfinn and all that. I was that obsessed. So luckily, it's not every anime that is like this. There are some that break the ice. Is that the phrase, break the ice? I think it's break the ice is when you do something else. There are some anime that stand out amongst the rest for their lack of weirdness. However, the overwhelming majority is quite weird, but you just gotta either look through the cracks of that weirdness wall that you got, or there is no weirdness wall to begin with, and there's just an incredible story to be told. Because it has the preface that it is an anime, people refuse to watch it. However, that weirdness wall of anime just being considered weird exists for a reason. There is a bunch of weird stuff in anime, and there is a reason for that. There's a reason for everything. And the reason for that is because anime fans, some of them like it, which goes back to my original point. Some are weird and some are normal, but I, as an anime fan, hate my own kind, you know, friendly fire and all that. We have some deplorable creatures in our fan base. I think everyone does though, but anime, they take up they are the, what's the word? It's something minority, outspoken minority, the loud minority, something like that. But whatever that is, they are that. However, the weird gooners of the anime fanbase are not the only ones I hate. I hate all these motherfuckers. Friendly fire, you know. And this includes the power scalers. Oh my god, don't get me started on power scaling. I'm getting myself started on power scaling. I think power scaling as a concept is really, really stupid. I'll see videos of people power scaling Goku versus Saitama, Saitama versus Luffy, Luffy versus Bleach, Bleach versus my left testicle. Like, they are not part of the original. They are not part of the same series. Why are you pitting them up against each other? I think Flazefire's video does an incredible job explaining just how stupid power scaling is as a concept. I'd recommend go watching him. So I've listed the gooners, I've listed the power scalers. We should complete the trifecta. The anime elitists. The people who will watch really, what's the word? Out there anime, shall we say, because I can't think of a better word. I'm not talking like that anime that delve into interesting concepts or like anime that break the mold or whatever. I'm talking obscure anime that no one's ever heard of. Like, reborn as a bottle of water, I now wander the dungeons with my sword companion named Eclipse. That's not a real anime. Actually, I bet it probably is. I just made that up off the top of my head, that probably exists. They'll tell you, oh, you're not watching water bottle anime, you're watching Bleach, you fucking normie. I've heard the word normie be used unironically, and it has made me want to shoot myself. The fuck is a normie? You're not some elitist, you're not better than me. These people exist not only in what type of anime they watch, but how they watch their anime. Let me introduce you to the sub versus dub argument. And I think it is the stupidest argument in the world. There are cases for both. Basically, sub anime is the original Japanese audio, but with English subtitles or whatever language you speak and their subtitles. And dub is what it is. The dub over the anime is the English dub of English voice actors or whatever language you speak. Spanish voice actors for Spanish. Like, there are benefits to both sides, but they just don't agree for some reason. They are on the same side, yet they're disagreeing. Listen, we're all anime fans together. Let anyone enjoy the anime how they wish. Like, I have a friend who watches all of their anime in dub. I watch all my anime in sub. He doesn't understand dub. He doesn't understand why I watch it in sub, but I can understand why you watch it in dub. Like, dub is more convenient. You can do other things while you watch the show. Like, maybe there's some plot points that you're just too slow at reading to see. But then there's also benefits of sub. There's, fuck. Alright, I got it. Okay. Took me 5 minutes, but I remembered all the benefits of sub. This isn't like a bit or anything. It genuinely took me 5 minutes to remember what my points were for this, because I didn't write a script. All I got is a post-it note with like all my notes. These are just the main points that I want to bring up in this video. That's all I've got. So I've got that. Now then, the benefits of sub. Better voice actors. This is obviously subjective. You know, you can have your opinion whether dub voice actors are better, but I think that the sub voice actors are better, and I think that's because there's some like special Japanese voice acting school that people go to train in voice acting. We ain't got that over here in the West, so that's why the sub voice actors are better. Another reason I think sub is better is because you don't have to directly experience the cringy dialogue. I have been watching anime for so long, and I realised how cringy the dialogue is, because I don't think Japanese translates very well into English, but just like hearing dub is so like hearing real people saying these words, saying this cringe ass dialogue is just, it's a bit, you know, I'm really bad at making points. I'm really bad at saying my points. I really should have written a script for this video, and it's only coming to me now. But what I'm trying to get at is that there is like a barrier between you and the characters that is built up by the text of a sub anime. Like, you don't have to directly experience that. You can just read that in your head. But you are not directly thinking to yourself, damn, someone had to say this, someone had to read this from a script in a like a voice acting booth or whatever you call those things. Like this, there is a separation between you and the dialogue. That's how I've always thought about it. That's why I always watch sub, because dub anime is just too cringe for me. Now I'm over here making it out like being an anime fan is harder than being a black man in the 1930s, when it's really not. We do get some good things. We get to see some incredible fights, some incredible scenes, some incredible characters, some incredible stories, and even some incredible titties. So all in all, I don't know, I just made this video to rant, if I'm honest. If you liked what you see, I might make more videos. I mean, I've got summer holidays now, so I mean, I might make more videos. But yeah, if you think anime is too weird, give one a go. What's the harm? And if you have no interest in anime or cartoons in general, then you do what you want. I'm not trying to force you to watch anime. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go watch some big booby anime girls now. I'll see you next time.